What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about James Charles because he came out and said that Morphe owes him over $2 million, which like blew my mind. Y'all know that recently, I want to say within the past, like, I don't know, maybe like 6 months, Jeffree Star had went on to TikTok Live and said that Morphe owes him over $1 million. And I was just so mind blown by this. I know obviously they claimed bankruptcy, they shut down their stores, but I didn't know that you could owe individual people, not necessarily like brands and things like that, all this amounts of money and then claim bankruptcy, and your bankruptcy would basically, stop you from having to pay these people. It kind of blew my mind because my thought process immediately went to, correct me if I'm wrong on this, if any of you guys know this out there, because I was sitting here thinking like, wait, what if I came out with a brand and I said, okay, within this contract to Jeffree Star, I'm gonna pay him $1 million. I'm gonna give you $200,000 up front. I'll give you the other 800,000 in the next 6 months. Let's just go ahead and say within payments. He does some reviews, he does some content for my brand, and it blows up, goes viral, makes me millions of dollars in sales. And then I could claim bankruptcy, but then transfer the business title to like somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Or like sell it to somebody else. And really, it's just going to be underneath a different business owner's name. And like, I don't have to pay him that money. Like, that's where I started going to. I was like, damn, I thought bankruptcy was like when you obviously like owe like, big banks money and like you've borrowed a lot and credit cards and like things like that. I didn't know that if you have an individual contract with a influencer, celebrity, whatever, that you didn't have to pay them. And it kind of blew my mind. So I started doing some like research about this and I came across this article, which I was like, wait, that's so crazy, because I feel like I have done like so many videos talking about Morphe, them claiming bankruptcy, them selling the business, and all these things going on with Morphe, that I have not seen this article from Business Insider that was posted January 12th of 2023, to where they actually talk about this and they talk about how much money is owed. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like it took everyone that long to actually speak out about this. And I feel like, down, I wonder if there's anybody out there who knows anything about the legal system to see, because I got so interested in this that I was like, I didn't know that a brand could owe a person that much money and just completely not have to pay them. I would think that as soon as they like, I don't know, sell, like they would come to some type of offer. You know what I mean? Like, say, for example, if I had a business and I ended up selling it, but then, oh, I sold it for $1 million, then I would have to take whatever I had sold it for and obviously make those payments off to the individual people. But like, clearly I don't have any understanding of like bankruptcy like that, because I had thought that it was just for like credit card debt, you know what I mean? Credit card debt, or like maybe owing some banks or things like that. I don't know. Anyways, if you guys know anything about that, let me know down below, because I was like, oh damn, like they straight up played a lot of people out of a lot of money. So that's what we're going to be talking about within today's video. Also, we are going to be playing the clip to where he is talking about it, which is pretty interesting that like it took this long to come out, because y'all, if they owed me that amount of money, I would have like made that public a long time ago. I guess maybe like him and Jeffree Star were probably like, you know what's the point of even talking about this? Clearly they don't have to pay me, so like why even bring it up? But still, just to be messy, I still would have put it out there, just saying. Also, I'm gonna ramble for a little bit here, okay, about a topic that is not on topic of the video, okay? So if you guys want to fast forward a couple minutes, go right on ahead and do that, to jump into the James Charles stuff. I wanted to talk to you guys because I know it has been a while, and I felt like it was a perfect time to talk about this, because obviously we're talking about James Charles. You guys know I purchased the Shein palette. I had his palette before, which I did a review of. I want to say I did 2 times, 2 different looks with it, with his palette. And I had saw the Shein one, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to like do a video of that and compare them side by side, because I want to say that one was only $7.99 and his palette's like $55 or something like that. So I wanted to do that video, and obviously I haven't done it. But I just want to be like fully transparent with you guys, because I really, as the year, oh my gosh, as the year is coming to an end, I really am contemplating just like not even doing any more like makeup content whatsoever. Like, I'm even at the crossroads too with my new makeup drops, or the bops or flops, and my thoughts and opinions videos, as well as my anti-hauls. Like, I'm even at a crossroads with like cutting those out too, even though I genuinely like doing those, because yes, I know some of y'all bitches out there are shady, and I see you guys commenting like, what's the point of you doing like a new makeup drops or the bops or flops video? Like, you don't even go makeup shopping. I really do. Like, I really do. I just don't do videos of the stuff that I buy. So that's why I like talking about it. That's why I like doing the anti-hauls, because there's so many products that when I go to like Ulta or Sephora, I'm like, I don't want that shit. I wouldn't buy that. You know what I mean? So that's why I like doing those videos. But then I really have noticed that on this channel, even though I'm still technically underneath the category of beauty here on YouTube, I really feel like nobody really cares about the makeup related content. And that's why when I said I was going to do the video doing the James Charles Shein knockoff, like as a versus, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. But it was really hot during those months. So I was like, oh, I'm going to wait until it cools down. Y'all know my situation here. So as soon as it cooled down, I was just kind of like, maybe I'm over this. Like, I feel so uninspired to do makeup content because obviously at the end of the day, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should do whatever you love, but it's like at the end of the day, this social media is a job. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you want to do things that are going to bring in the views, because if you take hours out of your day to create a certain type of content and it doesn't get any views, then there's really no point of doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because then it's like you're wasting all of that time creating all that makeup looks, creating the review, obviously editing all that thing, all you know, all the stuff that goes into a video, and then for it to like flop and only get 2,000 views, and you literally get paid, and I'm not exaggerating, $25 from that video. It's just not worth it, you know? And I think that's where it sucks, because a lot of people, especially if you've been on YouTube for a long time, everyone's like, oh my gosh, it shouldn't be about the money. But it's like, it totally is about the money. It really, really is. At the end of the day, like I said, this is a job. And obviously, look at TikTok. Everyone's becoming so rich from TikTok. And whether it be from, you know, just views, whether it be from brand deals or from the TikTok shop, it's like social media now is 100% a job. And I felt like back in the day when because y'all know I've always kept it real with you guys. I'm like, I don't want to do anything that's not going to get the views. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, because like, why put that much work into something that's not going to be profitable? Do you know what I mean? And that's where I'm like at a crossroads right now, because I genuinely love doing my anti-haul videos. I love doing my thoughts and opinions videos, but even those don't really get views like that, you know? But I do have to say that at least it's just a talking video, so I don't have to put that much work into it, as to where if I'm doing a full face of makeup, purchasing products, editing even more than I normally would. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I still want to do that. I genuinely do, but then I'm like, damn, I looked at my last videos of like my like holiday gift sets that I would buy, and I looked at my last anti-hauls and things like that. I'm like, Jesus, like nobody's interested in that. So maybe I should just stop doing them in 2025. I really don't know. I'm not saying that I am. For sure with the makeup content, honestly, like as of right now, I don't think I'm gonna be doing like any more actual, when I say makeup content, I mean like applying makeup on myself, doing product reviews, things like that. So anyways, I am so sorry I'm rambling here, but I just felt like talking about James Charles reminded me about the Shein palette that I purchased, and I told you guys that I would get that comparison video up, and I just never did. And as time went on, I was like, maybe I'm just going to turn this into a drama channel. I don't know. Basically, I'm throwing it out there to you guys because I really do want to hear your guys' opinions about everything. Let me shut up, and let's go ahead and get into the James Charles situation. Letting you guys know, I am going to be reading from this article right here from Business Insider. If you guys are interested in reading the full thing, you can head on over to their website. This is what the title says right here. It says Morphe's parent company has filed for bankruptcy after influencer fueled rise alongside Jeffree Star, James Charles in the late outs. I'm not going to be reading the full thing because I really do feel like they focus more so just on like Morphe's, you know, overall bankruptcy. And I specifically want to talk about James Charles' portion. So I do want to read like some portions of this to where they bring that up, because y'all, I'm telling y'all, I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm going to be starting halfway down it. So it says, per its website, Forma's portfolio comprises Morphe, Morphe 2, Jaclyn Cosmetics, Bad Habit, Lipstick Queen, Playa Beauty, the latter of which is suing Forma for $15 million, alleging it was sidelined after its acquisition, Business of Fashion reported earlier this month. Although it built its business by gallivanting, influencers buzz, some high-profile partners now appear in court documents among a list of its top unsecured creditors, Bloomberg notes. According to court documents, James Charles, whose real name is James Dickinson, has unsecured claims of $2.16 million, while Jaclyn Hill and Jeffree Star have unsecured claims of $2 million and $1.4 million, respectively. So I want to say that Jeffree Star had said that they owe him 1.4. So the 1.4 I think is for him, and the 2 million I think is for Jaclyn, which I have to say, also, speaking of Jaclyn really, really fast, I'm so sorry, but like I see her on TikTok and things like that now, and I'm like, I wonder what she's doing now that she like closed down all of her brands. I haven't talked about her in forever. Like I can't even remember the last time that I talked about her, but I'm so curious of like, how is she making her money these days? I guess maybe like I feel like her partner became very, very popular, and he's like on like cooking stuff. So maybe he's like the breadwinner now. I'm confused by that because I look at this and I'm like, damn, I feel like Jaclyn Hill really doesn't have any businesses anymore. So like, wouldn't $2 million mean like a whole hell of a lot to her? Do you know what I mean? As to where I feel like Jeffree Star. Whoa, by the way, speaking of Jeffree Star too, I have been seeing on TikTok that everyone's saying that he's like going broke, which I'm like starting to wonder. Y'all know that I've said it before when I was talking about like him, like as far as like, why is he on live every damn day? Like, I don't get it. And he had said before that he's on live because obviously he has a TikTok shop with all of his, you know, products on there, which I could totally understand because I do see a lot of like TikTok shop brands live every day, but they're having sales, they're talking about their products, they're having people apply their products, like all these things. When Jeffree Star's on live, he is literally just battling and like asking people for galaxies and like double tap, like shit like that. So I'm just kind of like, Okay, I feel like he's just on live for other reasons here, which why are you asking people for like galaxies and shit like that? Which I'm like, aren't you supposed to be like rich? Like maybe he's not rich anymore. I'm so curious to know. Cause I don't know. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I low key was kind of questioning like him at first to when he like purchased his house for like $17 million in like Hidden Hills. I was like, does he have that much money? Like, goddamn, like that's a lot of money to like, maintain like property taxes, even to just maintain the property. Like, that's a lot of damn money. And y'all know right after that, he moved to Wyoming, which I don't know. I'm really curious about that. I don't feel like we'll ever know the truth though, but it really does seem like maybe Jeffree Star is a little bit broke. Anyways, it does go on to like other people in there. I literally just wanted to read that paragraph from it. That way you guys can hear that this is actually noted in court documents that they do owe Jaclyn Hill, they owe Jeffree Star, they owe James Charles. And I just thought it was so damn crazy that they were able to get away with like not paying them at all. And I'm actually really surprised that James Charles finally decided to talk about this, because y'all, this is how you know that these influencers, Jaclyn, James, and Jeffree, are rich as hell. That like, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't even heard Jaclyn talk about the money that they owe her. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you that that's how rich they are, that like, oh, 2 million, 1.4 million is like nothing to them, that it's something that they could bring up casually in a YouTube video or a TikTok video 2 years down the road and just kind of like, whatever. And I'm like, y'all, if that was me, ooh, I'd be fighting like crazy. I'd be putting them on blast like crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, damn, this amount of money doesn't mean really anything to them. But anyways, go ahead and check out a small clip where James Charles is talking about this.
Morphe, this sounds like our continuous setting mess. This sounds like you owe me $2.2 million, you stupid. Stop advertising people's comments and pay me. Speaking of Morphe owing me money, while we're talking about the top view videos of the year, this technically is not a makeup application video. However, I did make a video about this exact situation, which is currently sitting at 24.5 million views and 3.6 million likes as of the day we're recording this video, which technically and statistically would absolutely put this in the category of top makeup videos of the year. And I said, not me watching everyone post about their old James Charles palettes. Meanwhile, Morphe still owes me $2.2 million. I don't know what it was. For some reason, everyone started posting about my old palette. I think it was like Halloween time, because a lot of people were like pulling this out of the archives to do their Halloween look this year. Glad that everyone still loves it. Glad that that palette did buy me a house and provide a great life for myself and my family. I will forever be grateful for that, but not grateful for the fact that Morphe does in fact still owe me $2.2 million, and I'm never going to get a cent of that because I filed for bankruptcy, which is actually fucking mind-blowing. There are so many comments on this post too being like, just sue them, like time to unleash your inner lawsuit, like why don't you just email them, like they surely have to pay you. If you guys actually knew how bankruptcy laws worked with Chapter 11, it would actually blow your minds. It is the craziest, dumbest concept on planet Earth. They just filed for bankruptcy, which like on paper is like, hi, we have no money left, even though they fucking do, obviously. Then they got bought out by like $1 billion corporation and are literally able to start from scratch. And now they're still posting, still releasing new products, still releasing new collabs, still in retail stores. Pay me, write me the fucking check, and cut everybody else a check on that fucking list too.
As y'all saw from right there, he's obviously poking a little bit of fun at it. You know what's really crazy though is like, it just seems like he's like being facetious about it. Like, let me just joke about it, whatever, as to where I would literally be crying. Like, I would be up on camera in tears, because obviously like I can't even imagine like that much money. Do you know what I mean? And to people like him and Jeffree, it's just kind of like, whatever. And I'm like, y'all, that would be like life-changing money, literally life-changing. And to them, they're just like, whatever, I'll make it some other way, which I think is just so damn crazy. Also, you know what, James Charles too, to not make this video too long, I won't play the damn clip because I know I rambled too much, but I'm so curious if you guys had saw it. He actually went on a podcast and he was talking about he was friends with somebody within the music industry, as to where this friend would hit him up and ask for makeup advice, and he would always be like, oh, do this and that. And then I guess when he wanted to pursue his music career, he had hit up this person and said, hey, I'm not asking for any connections or anything like this, I'm just asking what would you do in this scenario. And then this person said, you should ask your manager, and like didn't give any type of help whatsoever, although he said, I help this person out with all types of makeup advice anytime they would want. And I'm so curious to know if you guys first of all saw that, but if you guys didn't, who do you guys think it is? If you guys saw it, you guys know more details about it. So really, who do you think it is? Because I'm like, honestly, it had me like thinking of like, who was he friends with that was like big in the music industry that's like shady like that? This is why I say, I'm like, I'm sorry y'all, but I'm so glad that I don't have no friends in this industry whatsoever, because I'm just keeping it so real. 9 out of 10 of everyone within the like this type of industry, whether it be on social media or like on the TV, I just feel like they're so grimy. They really are. And I just, I don't like it. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.